this edition of Freedom Journal Iraq, we get an operational update on medical gains and Iraqi women learning from U.S. soldiers to detect suicide bombers. These stories and more on today's FJI. Hello, I'm Air Force Sergeant Braden Smith. Welcome to this edition of Freedom Journal Iraq. Medical gains in Iraq are due to the effectiveness of the partnership between Iraqi and coalition forces. Airman First Class Shaylin Jordan reports on some of these gains in Iraq.
There are many initiatives underway to enhance and promote healthcare in Iraq. Brigadier General Jeffrey Dorko, Commanding General for the Gulf Regional Development, says the Gulf Region Division is responsible in part for renovating and constructing medical facilities across the country.
The U.S. government and the Ministry of Health work in partnership to ensure that all healthcare facilities are built in areas where services are most needed and that the projects we are working fit the needs of the country.
General Dorko also said growing Iraq's healthcare industry is a must for the country to continue to rebuild.
The Gulf Region Division has focused its effort on building new healthcare facilities, augmenting the existing system of clinics, in renovating hospitals, focusing mainly on maternity and children's hospitals, building new hospitals, three new facilities, and enhancing operations, maintenance, and sustainment skills that educate employees in the healthcare system on how to operate and maintain these facilities.
Since 2004, 195 of 230 planned healthcare projects have been completed. The Gulf Region Division, in cooperation with the Ministry of Health, has made great strides in providing Iraqis with the healthcare they deserve and need. Airman First Class Shaylin Jordan, Baghdad.
Securing Iraq is a priority for both coalition and Iraqi forces. Part of security involves personnel searches to weed out insurgents. Army Sergeant Jessica Wilson tells us how Iraqi women are lending a helping hand to keep female terrorists at bay.
Soldiers from the 164th Military Police Company teach the Iraqi police, or IPs, when it comes to training. Specifically, training Iraqi women in search procedures to work with Iraqi police at checkpoints to search females.
Well, it keeps us safe, especially here at our stations inside Balad, with the checkpoints on the outer cordon of Balad and then the ones on the inner. Now that we've got females out there, we're able to cover a broader area of personnel that we can search. So the opportunity is there for us to find not only more insurgents, but any type of VBIDs, weapons, stuff like that that's coming in the city through a female.
The culture does not permit male IPs to search women, so it is important to incorporate females in securing the checkpoints.
We've had numerous high-value insurgents that dress up as a woman because they know that they're not going to get searched inside of a vehicle. So we've been working with Colonel Hussein and the Balad IPs for roughly about 10 months and trying to get them to identify some females and getting the Iraqi government to understand the importance of having females, especially in this culture.
Most of them, from talking to the female searchers that I've had a chance to talk to, say that most of the people are like, oh, thank you for doing what you're doing, because you're helping keep us even safer by actually searching females now.
Ala Muhammad Hassan explains how being part of security makes her feel.
The peace of mind of local nationals is part of securing the area. I mean their peace of mind when entering the area. Now that we search women at the entrance, I'm positive that no woman would enter my area attempting to carry out a terror operation.
Better security procedures benefit Iraqis, as well as coalition forces, by helping the IPs become self-sufficient.
I think it's pretty good for them. I think it empowers, Iraq, and, having the females out there searching, it keeps Balad safe, it keeps, the rest of Iraq safe.
I'm Army Sergeant Jessica Wilson with the 215th MPAD, reporting for the 3rd Expeditionary Sustainment Command.
Coming up, volunteers head out to help the Boy and Girl Scouts of Iraq.
Here's your raid report. In Baghdad's Rashid district, coalition and Iraqi security forces captured the special group's criminal. The suspected criminal was wanted for committing acts of violence against Iraqi security and coalition forces. Iraqi Special Operations Forces detained the suspected al-Qaeda in Iraq financer in Diyala. They also captured 4 other suspects for manufacturing and emplacing improvised explosive devices. In Kirkuk, coalition forces detained an al-Qaeda in Iraq leader. The terrorist leader was reportedly the leader of a suicide car bombing operation. coalition forces detained 2 al-Qaeda and Iraq terrorists during operations near Mosul. One of the captured terrorists is suspected to have reestablished himself as a terrorist after his release from prison in March. And that's your raid report. I'm Senior Airman Michael Williams.
Here are the latest Operation Iraqi Freedom headlines. According to the Baghdad Chamber of Commerce, international donors have agreed to lend Iraq $300 million to develop and modernize the country's agricultural sector. According to the chairman of the Council of Representatives Displacement and Migration Committee, more than 11,000 displaced families returned to the city last month due to improved security in Baghdad. Baghdad officials said Iraq's cabinet approved a plan to rebuild the Sadr city area. The plan reportedly allocates $10 billion over the next 10 years to build modern housing and improve infrastructure. At a Baghdad news conference with U.S. military officials, Iraq's Deputy Minister of Health asked doctors who fled sectarian violence to return to develop the health sector in the country. Those are your headlines from around the region. I'm Airman First Class Shaylin Jordan.
Military members, Department of State personnel, and contractors are volunteering their time helping out with the Scouts of Iraq program. Petty Officer Chris Newsom reports on what they're doing to help and the progress the Scouts are making.
Scouts of Iraq is a program put in place to help the youth of Iraq. The program gives them something to do and teaches them to work together. But it is not always just work. They do spend much of their time learning new things to help their communities in which they live. But there is always time for fun. The Scouts learn that they can have fun and be safe at the same time.
We've worked with the Scouts before here, and it's clear that they don't get a lot of water activity on that, and water, which is very attractive and a lot of fun, can also be very dangerous if you don't know how to react around water.
They learned about the 8 rules of water safety. They also took swim tests to get cards to show the class of swimmer they are. There are 3 classes: non-swimmer, beginner, and swimmer. The Scouts of Iraq had a lot of fun in the pool, splashing around and playing games like water basketball, and just pulling themselves along the side of the pool. There were many people who came out to volunteer their time with the Scouts.
When I first came over here, I actually didn't think I'd be involved in anything like this. I can say it's helping me become a better leader, become a better soldier. I am happy that I made the choice to come out here.
After their time in the pool, they also learned how to make hobo stoves. Petty Officer Chris Newsom, Baghdad.
Rebuilding is a team effort for civilians and Marines in western Iraq. Lance Corporal Paul Torres highlights a Marine unit taking a break from their usual tasks by providing security for reconstruction teams in Fallujah.
Marines with Battery M, 3rd Battalion, 11th Marine Regiment, are known for their ability to rain destruction. Recently, however, their mission has changed from attack to protect. Primarily trained to provide fire support using long-range cannons, a portion of the battery has traded in their howitzers for rifles during the current deployment to Iraq.
We have a total of about between 40 and 50 Marines that are on alternative missions, and we have about 24 Marines who work convoy security. So our job is to take around a lot of the higher-ups in the RCT, take them to town, JCC, and other spots like the courthouse. And then also we provide a security team.
An insurgent's ability to blend in among the crowd requires the Marines to treat every person as a friend, but prepare for any of them to be a threat. Despite the risks, the Marines were eager to take on their alternative missions.
Well, it's different. Get to leave the wire, get to see the country, the people, and stuff like that. I never thought in all my life that I'd actually be out here, seeing the things that I'm seeing and doing the stuff that I'm doing. It's a great experience. Rough at times, but hey, part of life.
The battery's versatility has played a vital role in the progress of the Marine Corps mission in Al-Anbar province. Reporting from Fallujah, Iraq, I'm Lance Corporal Paul Torres.
And that wraps up this edition of our program. Be sure to log on to mnf-iraq.com, where you can learn all about the progress coalition forces are making throughout the country. If you have story ideas, we'd love to hear them. Just email us at fji@iraq.centcom.mil. From all of us here at AFN and Freedom Journal Iraq, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.